Alrighty, good morning. Welcome back. So there is a chance today that I will have to hit you with this right here. Where is it? Oh, that's not the right one. There it is, this one right here. So I might have to hit you with that at some point in today's live stream. They are in the attic right now, and my roof is leaking again. So shout out to Lennar Builders, for making a great roof. LEN is the ticker symbol. That's who built my house. Shout out Lennar. So if they come knocking on the door, I'm going to have to hit you with that today, just so you know. Morning, everyone. Welcome back. Desi Roof Fund. Yeah, appreciate that, Clyde. Desi Roof Fund. Thank you, brother. Hey, if this roof comes down, live streams are done, all right? That's it. It's over. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Yeah, cookie cutter house. Cookie cutter builder. So, I guess we'll see what happens. You don't know until it starts pouring in Florida every day, and that's what the season we're in now. It's raining every day, every single day around 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump in, because the likelihood of us getting that quick call from the roofers is pretty high. So let's just go jump in. Today, welcome back, first of all. Today, economic data, unemployment claims 8:30. So we'll see what happens on that. We'll see if there's any action on the 8:30 unemployment claims. Earnings, you guys can see right here. Just DocuSign tonight. MongoDB was pretty strong yesterday. We'll take a look at that. DocuSign tonight. Broadcom tonight. Lululemon tonight. So some decent ones. Broadcom, an absolute, I don't even know what to say about that stock. I would be shocked if it can go higher after earnings, to be honest. After this move into earnings, I'd be very shocked to see it go even further. Even if the earnings are good, it's just up so much. So we'll see. I'm staying far away from that one, but congratulations to shareholders of Broadcom. Definitely the strongest stock right now, no doubt. So you are a part of number one, in my opinion. That's really it. Really no major economic news out there besides the MongoDB. I think a little bit of like Apple news yesterday about them having to, allow competitors on the App Store, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, Apple's just been sort of dead money lately, which sucks. Five Below did well. I did not see that. What was Five Below? Yeah. Okay. What's the ticker? 5. Yeah, I'll take a quick peek at it. Yeah, let's jump in. Press that like button if you guys can. Subscribe to the channel. Once again, if the roofers do hit me up, they knock on the door, you're gonna get hit with this. I did it wrong again. It's this one. So, just want to keep you aware. All right, let's do it. So, let me bring this thing over here. Make sure that we're ready to go. Make sure that we have the button ready to be pressed here. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good morning. Let's jump right in. Yeah, CrowdStrike 450 was sick yesterday, wasn't it? CrowdStrike 450 was pretty damn nice, actually. It was nice for a little bit. It wasn't nice the whole day, but it was nice for a little bit. Definitely. HIMS. What did HIMS end up doing yesterday? Did it go off 58? Or did it reject 58? Ooh, rejected 58 nicely. Looks like more like 59, actually. I'd actually probably move that level up to 59 now. It's a nasty little 59 right there. All right. Goat, appreciate that, closer. Tomas, thank you, brother. All right, let's jump in. So, my friends, I have one word to say to you today, and that is, if you lose money today inside of this channel, then you need to look yourself in the mirror and change something, okay? We have a very established, and now it's a 2-day established channel on this market. I mean, it's about as clear as it's going to get. Oh, was that the builders? No. That's about as clear as it's going to get, right? It's really not, hold on, I got to move this a little bit. Sorry, guys. You're seeing me inside of me. Boom. You can see a very clear channel has formed here between 59.98 and 59.68. This is a 30-point channel on the S&P 500. This is a channel of roughly, what is it? Maybe 0.5%. And there is really no excuses to lose in this channel again today if you lost yesterday. This would be a great example, right? If you took some losses yesterday and had trouble reading price action, today doing the same thing would be a great example of not doing what we said on June 1st, the first live stream of June, where we said make a conscious effort to change something, right? When we made that comment in the first live stream of June on Monday, we said make a conscious effort to change something if you continue to lose. So if you lost yesterday and you have trouble trading in a channel and you do the exact same thing today, that is called insanity, my friends, and there's no way to sugarcoat it. You are insane. You have a problem, right? So it's very clear here today. 59.68, 59.98, you probably even call that just 6,000. And honestly, you probably call that up to 6,008, which is this high over here. So that's it. I mean, that's really it today. If you stay inside of this range and nothing happens, well, very expected. There's nothing out of the ordinary. So game plan for it, understand it. I would be careful trading within it. If you break under this Tuesday low, I think you will get nice downside here, right? So this would be my target, under 59.68. Oh. And we're back. And we're back. All right. They found the leak. They found the leak. And it's leaking right now. And I don't hear it, which is bad. All right. So, what we were saying was what we were saying was 59.68 right here and 59.98 right here We break under 68, we go to 53. Okay? Under 68, we go to 53. Over 6,000, we go to 6,008, which is a very small area. If you really want to get confirmation that this continues higher, you got to get over 6,008. Over that, you should get your 60-50 push on the ES. This is technically a very good consolidation as of now, by the way. This is definitely a good consolidation. This is a nice uptrending move, and now you're consolidating at a higher level. So the chances are, if you're thinking macro, I still think this is bullish, for sure. It's still a great consolidation, holding above higher levels. Nice consolidation after an expansion move. And that still absolutely could result in more upside. But there are periods in the market where you get aggressive, and there's periods in the market where you get a little bit less aggressive. And you need to understand that. This is probably the number one concept that you're going to have to understand this year. If there's one concept to understand this year in 2025, this seems to be the one. It seems to be the one that tells you not every trading day is created equal. There are different days with better opportunities and days without opportunity. So I would say anywhere between 6,008 and really, if you want to play it safe, 6,000, right? That's probably where you should be careful today. Anywhere between 6,008 and 59.98 seems to be a very cautionary area. Look at this. Really no excuse to be smacked here, right? If that happens, that's the exact high. Exact high. So, over 6,008, I think would be the safe bet. Under 59.50, or I'm sorry, under 59.68 would be a safe bet. Underneath 59.68, you go 59.53. You got about, call it 15 points, 15 points of downside you could look for. This is the best pullback long still. 59.53, put it in the record books. Pullback long, the best pullback long is at 59.53 in my opinion, at these highs right here. That would be what I'd like to see. I'd like to see if that's like a little bit of a deeper pullback that maybe attracts a little bit more shorts under these lows and then rips this thing back higher. That would be something I'm watching. Okay? Make your game plan. Be smart about it. NASDAQ futures, 21,860, 21,858 right there, very clear. I would be careful up into those highs. You can already see buyers are trapped up at those highs today. A little bit of a push over the yesterday high. But guess what? Right into this high. Buyers are still trapped there today. 21,800 to around 21,860. To be honest, if you want to play it safe today, which I think I'm thinking about playing it safe, I'm going to look at it like this. Anywhere between 800 and 860 is danger zone, right? You could look for a hold over 800 to result in a move into 860, but you need to make sure you know that that 860 high is sort of just, it's quietly sitting there. And there's going to be sellers stacked up at that 860 high. So I would be very careful up into these highs. Accumulation is good. Consolidation is good, right? Higher levels are forming. It's still very good off of a macro bullish uptrend, right? So the odds of this breaking out, I think, are still possible. But that doesn't mean you can just long right into these rejection highs and then get upset when it rejects when it's the exact same spot it should reject. Downside demand definitely stepped up at our 635 yesterday. If you guys were paying attention in the live stream yesterday, our key level was 21,635, and that was the exact low on this little 10 o'clock panic attack candle. So we had a little 10 o'clock panic attack, right into demand, popped right back up, channeled right inside the channel again. So key levels working again, 21,635, 21,635. Here's your low. Here's your low from yesterday. Very clear. If you break under 21,635, I think you go into your 21,560 again, and that would be the best pullback to be looking for right here, 21,560. Over 21,860, I think you're going 22,000. If you do break out and clear out this high here, I think you're going right here to 22,000, 22,020. Okay? SPY, same levels, same NTZ, very clear spots, 598, very nice, 598, 59480. Very clear consolidation channel here, just right there, very nice. Wait for it. You don't need to trade within it. Wait for it to break and hold above. Here is highs on Monday. Pullback here would be great. One of these right here is fantastic to look for. That again is a 50% retracement of that Tuesday move. That would be a fantastic spot to look for pullbacks. 593, 593.30. That's a great spot if we get it. So if we do fail here, stop panicking. That's your key level to watch for that pullback long. Over 598 today, you go 600. That would be my watch. 594.80 is the lows from this Tuesday drop. If I go here, you guys can see right here on the 5-minute, this is where this level comes from on Tuesday. That drop right there towards midday where you popped off of, right? That is what I would be watching for that low to come in again. If you break below this low from Tuesday, you go into the 593. Pretty clear stuff today. Pretty clear stuff today. QQQ, same thing. If we zoom out, you guys can see this previous high on the QQQ around 530.80. Got smacked this morning on a little bit of an attempt higher. Smackdown right there, same level. 530.80, very clear. Downside demand comes in around that 525. You can see right here from yesterday. 525, 525. There's your channel. 525, 526. Or really 525.80, 530.80, right? That's about a 5-point range. Exactly a 5-point range from here to here. Okay? 530.80, 525.80. Over it, I think you go 534. Under it, you go, this is the best pullback, 524. Sorry, 534, 524. Okay. It's pretty, I'm moving fast because it's the same exact thing as yesterday. Nothing has changed. The game, there should be no, oh my God, that's something new today. It's all the same. You traded nowhere. Yesterday was a pointless day. So, nothing has changed here. Let's keep it moving. IWM, 210, same spot, nothing has changed. Dow Jones, same spot, nothing has changed, 43,000. Okay, done. Let's go to the SMH. SMH has been the outperformer, no doubt. Semiconductors have been just hot, hot, hot. 252 is your level today. You have to hold over 252. If you fail under 252, you likely go back to 249. Under 252, you go 249. Okay? If you hold 252, you're going 255. That's it. That's it. It's very clear. You have this high here at 252. If you fail underneath it, you're coming back down to these lows at 249 for a retest of these highs, something like this. If you turn this high into new lows, you're trading up into 255. SMH will be drastically affected tonight on Broadcom earnings. All right, let's go to Tesla. Tesla is definitely a top short watch today. If markets do weaken, Tesla is navigating into some low volume areas. So if we go into this, hourly chart, let me go ahead and show you this hourly chart, and let me show you the volume profile. Volume profile on Tesla, you're going to see a very low volume area that we're navigating in through. All right, look at this. Here's your consolidation. This is volume by price. All right, you can see here's your volume by price within the 332 to 350. You can see a lot of volume has accumulated as we've traded sideways. What happened previously? You squeezed higher. You consolidated, you expanded, you consolidated. This is what we talk about during consolidation, expansion, consolidation periods. Well, guess what Tesla's doing? It's trading back into some low volume here. Ideally, you're probably going to trade back to 290, 295. That's honestly where it should trade back to, by the way. This is still the pullback level that we've been looking for. 290, 295 zone. A little bit of 306 as well, something I have there as well. But this 290, 295 zone is where that volume picks back up. All right, you can see here and here. And then look at this area right here. See the difference? Look at this area. Okay, so Tesla has begun to trade within that. Tesla has begun to trade under the 332 major hold level. Look, and you rejected it this morning. That is very, very telling. If you break under this 324 today, if you break under this high right here, I don't think there's anything stopping this from 314. So that's about a 10-point short that I would absolutely be looking for today. Under 324 into 314 in the 100 SMA is a fantastic looking trade. There really is nothing here. A little bit here, but that's not enough, I think, if this thing stays bearish. 314 is enough to hold this up, so I would be careful of shorting at 314. Under 314, then there's really nothing until 306 and the daily 200 SMA. So you have a 100 SMA here and a 200 SMA here, and I think those are definitely some targets for the downside move. You have to stay under 332. If you reclaim 332, the downside is donezo. You've got to stay under this 332. This low, the previous weekly lows, 332. If this pops and fades today, that's definitely a watch. Underneath 324, you go 314. Okay, very nice watch today. Nvidia, great consolidation. Great. I mean, beautiful. Look at this daily chart. Absolutely incredible consolidation. Nice move higher. Beautiful daily candle yesterday. What happened? 140 stepped up. That was our key level. If anyone longed 140, congrats, right? That was our key level. You can see pullback and some long opportunities off 140 yesterday. Here's your channel. Who's going to trade at 141.50 and stop out at 141 and then see this happen, right? Who's that going to be? Won't be me, and it shouldn't be you either. If you're going to trade Nvidia today, it's got to be based off of 140 or it's got to be based off of 144. If you trade Nvidia at any other price level besides 144 and 140, you are trading in complete noise, and it is meaningless. Is that a real candle? That is not a real candle. So 140 to 144, that's it. You got to trade it here or you got to trade it here. If you don't, you have no edge. You're just trading in randomness. Under 140, you trade back to 137, which could be a great trade, by the way. I'm actually going to create an alert there. If you get under 140, I think you should be watching this for a fade into 137 again because of the, how we moved higher here. If I go to the volume profile, you will see this very clearly. All right, look at this. You have lack of volume under 140 into 137. Look at that gap right there. That is because of this. So under 137, I like this into 140. Definitely something to watch there. I would be watching. Let's see if it does it. I think it's time. I mean, here's my opinion. Don't be the last bull standing on AMD, guys. Okay, it's potentially a smoke and mirror move here. Still, I would just make sure you're aware you're not the last one standing. There was definitely opportunities to long this into this supply. Major highs, major highs, major highs here. I think a pullback to 116 is probably the right move now. Right here, 119.50. Bam, 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 bam. Pullback to 116 would be great to have a more structured entry point. I would not chase longs into 119.50, 120 on AMD. You guys can see right here as well, if I go to the daily chart and I clean this up a little bit, you're pretty much getting up to that target, man. It's pretty damn close, close enough for me to have a little bit of concern, all right? You have this major low here, this major high here around 122. That would be the ultimate target, right? 122 is the ultimate target, but you don't have to get right into 122 until some rejection starts coming in. So I would just be careful of that. Here's the 122, right? You're getting pretty close. Just be a little bit careful there. Broadcom, insane, insane, insane. I mean, just systematic. It's pretty much just a systematic upside move. All-time highs, you're holding above it. I have no interest here. Long-term shares are just crushing it. I would definitely 100% recommend to wait for post-earnings. TSM, we talked about that 200, 201 spot yesterday. That was money. Nice hold off that level. I would look for a pullback long at the 200 lows here. That would be the trade right there. 200. Pullback, long, 200. Create this channel. Only long off the channel lows and only long over the channel highs, right? Guys, you can start to see where channels will form, right? This is a low, this is the high. So I know it's only one move up, but guess what? This is probably going to form this. That's probably what's about to be formed on TSN. So if you expect the channel to be formed, where's the long entry here? The long entry here is at 200, here, not into these highs. Okay, so pull back long 200, definitely something I'll keep on watch. I'll probably pop in a little alert there and wait for it to get hit and then get interested there. MRVL has been sort of hot, but I'm really not interested yet. MU's been really hot. I would just be careful in the 108 here, folks. So MU, you can see right here, major 108, smackdown, smackdown. Look where you're coming into. So does this make sense to long MU into 108? No. Would I look for an alert over 108? Sure. Right? Where's the best pullback long? Right here. Best pullback long is right here. 99 to 100. That's the best pullback long. So that's what I would wait for. 108, 100. Don't get caught trading the middle. Google. Yeah, let's jump into Google for Young Bull. Appreciate that, Young Bull. Google 174. I have my alert set already. Look. 174, 200 and 100 SMA. Definitely a tough spot. I would be very careful longing into that. This is a nice little hold of that 169. Anything sexy on the daily chart here? Let's see. Yeah. A little bit of sexiness on the daily chart. Little daily 20 sexiness there. Little uptrend action. Little this, little that, little this, little this. All right. Could be a little sexy there. Daily 20, uptrend, holding nicely there. It's not bad. It's not bad. Retest hold of like this 168, 169 area. I think you just got to clear that 200, 100 and you're off to the races, I'd say. I'd say you just want to clear this out. You clear this out, I think you get juice. 174 to 176.50, right? And then over 176.50. Probably get it going, maybe a little bit of caution at that 178 wick high, but momentum probably kicks in at some point there. Yeah, 176.50 is big into that 180 area, right? But yeah, I mean, definitely an interesting daily 20 hold. Look at that. Definitely a little sneaky one, right, to play a little catch-up action, right? Google has been very silent. Is there a catch-up trade on this at some point? All right, let's go to Meta. Let's go to Meta. Meta yesterday, awesome trade off 680. Definitely a little bit of drawdown on this one, but I'm going to make a video about it. I think you guys will like it. 680, 678 are great pullback areas. This is where I took my long yesterday. I actually took my long at 682 yesterday, but I gave it 680. So I was in about 2 points of drawdown. Ended up selling at the 688 highs. So it was a nice trade. Meta strong again over 686. Meta, by the way, is on a very strong breakout move. So this has the ability to continue if markets stay strong. The target here, in my opinion, is 700. Young Bull, appreciate that, bro. I know you've been crushing it, so thank you, brother. I appreciate it. My target here is 700. Let me show you why. So 4-hour candles. So yesterday, the 688 level was my target right in here, 688.60. You can see that these highs were formed right here and right here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put a level there. 688.60 I think is a major spot. The next target for me is going to be this sort of psych 700 area. It's really probably like, this is very messy, by the way. Like, this is not very clean stuff to the left here. I think it is this 700 spot. You can see here and here. If we sort of ignore these stupid wicks, you have highs, highs, lows, and highs. And I think just psychologically, 700 is a big spot. So I think that's going to be my target there on Meta. I think that's the proper target, is to see if Meta can continue towards 700. That 688.60 level we just mapped out, look at this, right? Look how perfect it's holding above that today. So I would say if you hold this 686 to 688 area, if you hold these previous highs all right here into a new low, you're probably going to start navigating towards the 700. All right. Pullback longs would be great at 680. All right, let's see what this data's got for us. This will be a nice short live stream. We're getting over a lot in a short amount of time. Okay, a little bit of weakness. Again, I still like this move if we get it lower. Still in the channel. We might get it. 59.68. We break that, we go 59.50. Here's the concern. If we open at 59.50, that's going to be even more dangerous, right? Opening at 59.50 could be very dangerous on the short side. That could be a really quick flip. Underneath Monday's highs, that is more aggressive to the downside, by the way. You break under these Monday's highs, that's even more aggression. Let's see what happens at the 68 level here. This will be a big test. Okay, SPY's navigating back towards the 59480. QQQ still just suspended in midair. Everything's suspended in midair here. 59.68, that's the key. Tesla broke those lows. Yeah, this thing's gonna flush. Shit. Wait for me, please. Wait for me. All right, 59.68. You give that up, guys. You're looking for downside today. 59.53. I'm really, you know, that's definitely a watch. This is nothing here. You should be paying attention to this zone. This is a good zone. But for now, you can see that buying is stepping up again at this floor. I would be careful of that. Okay. Meta 688, 686 zone. Keep an eyes on that. Snow back under 212, not interesting. Amazon, a little bit sneaky Amazon, guys. Daily chart looks pretty good. Daily chart's got that daily 20, daily 200 sort of swagger that we've been looking at, right? This daily 20, daily 200 hold. It's sort of there. I don't know if I love the risk reward at the current moment, right? Because guess what? This is a 50% of the move. Like, this is how you guys can check your risk reward, right? 50%, you're right in the middle of this major high and major low. So is there an edge here sitting in the middle of this channel? Not really. Not really. So I really don't love where it is. I would say over 212 is interesting. Maybe a pullback long at 205 is interesting, but where it's currently at is not. The only thing that interests me is the fact that it's holding the 100, the 20, the 200 SMA. It's just sort of floating above it. Is Tesla just dying? It'll come back. ARM 129. Keep an eyes on that. Palantir sort of got hit yesterday, and guess what? I don't think this is a very good move for Palantir. Why? Because look at what's turning back into a rejection here, guys. This is sort of a momentum killer, I think, for Palantir. 131, smackdown, 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 smackdown. Look at this, smackdown on the dot. 131 yesterday. Look at that. Break, retest, down. So, guess what? Palantir's back in this channel. 131, 127. Very clear. That's a lower high, by the way. All right, here's your lows. Here's a lower high. So, be careful of 131 today. Watch 127. CRWV, what's that thing up to? Pullbacks to 153. Wow, the 140. Did that actually print at 145 yesterday? Oh, my God. Sure did. Yep. 145, nice. That was our key level, straight from yesterday's live stream. I would say keep them the same, 153, 145, 138. Same spots. Coinbase MSTR. Coinbase rejected our high, which we had, very clear. Highs, that's very clear. Nice rejection. This is a potential higher low. That's what needs to form, right? Lows, higher lows. It's got to form there, okay? Lows, higher lows. Bam, bam. If you hold above 253.50, you continue to 264. I would personally just wait for a move over 264. 264, 264. MSTR is the same thing. You just wait for a break over 390. You don't mess with it until it's breaking and holding above 390. Break, retest, 390, Previous highs, previous lows, back into demand. Long it for upside. Apple's shit, nothing going on, not interested. Microsoft, you could watch 463 today to see if it can hold that previous high. Costco, watching the 1040. CrowdStrike, our idea of longing 450 yesterday was pretty hot. Worked out decent, but it looks dead to me now, so really not that interested in that. I think top watch of the day for me and the rest of the week, or possibly the rest of the month, is going to continue to be Uber. This pullback long at 82 is still very intriguing to me. This is a major previous high break retest, 82. Look at the holds that have been coming in at 82 here. 82 is just sort of chilling here. So I'm interested in that. Is there an opportunity to buy Uber consolidating above 82, risk about 2 points for a potential new high breakout, right? That is very intriguing here, folks. That's probably something I'm going to look to trade. This looks really nice. Over 87 would be the key for the upside continuation. So right now, the target's really only 87, right? Here to here, right? So that's really the only risk reward at this point, but over 87, it gets even sexier. Tempest AI, it had a big squeeze day. It's still right under these major smackdown points, 66. Look, it just squeezed higher, guys, right back into a major smackdown. So I would just go like this, create alert over 66, and I would pretty much do nothing. S&P, trying to hold. Yeah, look at that, guys. Insane channel again. Look at these lows. Holy crap. Jeez. Jeez. There's your channel trade. There's your channel trade. 2,800 people, not even 1,000 likes. You tell them, Margin. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then when I make this a paid free, and in the future when I make this a paid live stream, everyone's gonna have a conniption. Absolute conniption. Desi, you're a piece of shit. How could you charge for this? I've been doing it for free for 4 years. I can't even press the like button, but I still want you to do it for free. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's not adding up. All right, guys. That's going to be it. I think we got a game plan. I would say let's see what Tesla does at the 324, the 332. Let's see what that Googie does. A little bit excited today, Googie. Could be worth a watch. Got a little bit of excitement behind it. Is there a catalyst? Does it have something to do with Apple's, Apple having some... Waymo's explosive growth. Are you kidding me? Waymo's actually growing. Has seen unprecedented growth in its ride-hailing operations and established himself as a leader. No. Really? I've seen videos of these things just driving through intersections at red lights. How the hell is this thing going that well? Wow. Some catalysts out there behind Google today. Let's keep an eye on it. Uber, keep an eye on that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is sort of correlated in a way. Uber, Google, I don't know. Little Waymo, Uber. Yeah, just keep an eye on that Uber, man. Keep an eye on it. Don't forget I said this. All right. That's it. Appreciate that, Yeti. All right. You go out there, have a fantastic day. No trade zone. Don't forget it. That's all I got. That's it. Very clear channels today. Very clear game plan. It's up to you to execute. That's up to you. Execute. Take your profits. Enjoy your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.